Welcome to, wow, there's a cool little shot of one taking off. That's Traffic Global. Has really kind of helped add immersion to the experience. So I'm still using it. World Traffic, Traffic Global, whatever your preference is, but it works for me. We're flying in the Embraer E175. I am fairly new to the Embraer E175. It is, I like the aircraft. I took some flights. I took one from Shreveport to Greensboro. A couple of once. I also learned the hard way that it does not auto land. Okay, so it is not built in. It's not built to auto land the minute you are like within your 1,000-foot mark on your way to the runway. That you have to land the plane. You can't. It's not like one of the Airbuses or one of the Boeings. But needless to say, there's a lot of automation built into this aircraft, and I must say, I do like it. Let's get in the cockpit. So we're cold and dark. First things I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm not using GPU today, but I'm going to go ahead and open up the passenger door. Get cargo going. Ground objects are good. Take the covers off the engines. Aft cargo, aft service, and aft passenger. So let's get some activity going on outside. I cannot say enough for XCraft's work on this. It's a nice looking aircraft, isn't it? Look at that. It really is. We have a lot of work to do, so let's go ahead and knock it out. We can get our, on the panel here, your iPad, on your weight and balance. If you notice here, my sim brief information's already in there, and so I'm going to get my load sheet. And on top of that, we're going to go ahead and load the plane with, there we go. Alright, we're going to go up top here, and I'm going to turn the batteries to the on, just so we can be official. Parking brakes on. Engines are at idle. Okay, battery on. And there's a whole lot more automation. Notice how I don't have to hit as many buttons. Let's take some getting used to it. We're going to go ahead and go stereo cockpit and get our APU going.
Front of you, so you'll need to put your items in an overhead bin. Let me know if I can be of any help.
Get our cabin lighting here for our passengers too, side walls, galley areas, everything lit up. Okay. Alright, so the APU is powering up. We'll check it in a second. For external lights, we'll go ahead and turn on the red light, logo, and INSP. Nothing else needs to be turned on there for now. Hydraulics, electric pump are on system 3. I'm going to go ahead and get that electric pump on. And there's nothing here I'm really touching on this side here. That's really kind of unnerving for me personally, because I'm used to having to adjust stuff. Anyway. also, let's go ahead and put our QNH in here. QNH is going to be 1031. Got my load sheet information up there. Okay. Let's get our performance and information here. Okay. Right. So our route is LSGG to EHAM, Amsterdam. So we're going to put in EHAM. Flight number is KLM 1934. This is an arrangement with Delta and KLM. And for our route is LSGG EHAM 01. Okay. We're going to activate that. Alright, and our departure is going to be on runway 04. Arbon. And our arrival is going to be on 06. ILS, Hellcat Helen. If I don't have Hellcat or Helen on this approach, let me go ahead and hit arrival. Hold on, from the start. Oh, there it is. So, Hella 2A, Helen. Get some approach. So now we're going to go to perf. Oh, that's right. We don't have to put in alternate fuel info. We'll go to the next page. Our cruise altitude is 320. Our center of gravity is 17.3. Our zero fuel weight is 62,800. Cruise winds. Coming from 12087. 12087? Yeah. 2087. think we're going to leave everything set there. I'm not changing anything there either, and I'm not hitting flex for this one. So let's just go to FMS takeoff. Our takeoff wins. Or from 017 at 4. 01704. Dry, it looks like dry conditions. And next. So we're going to be flaps 2. Center of gravity is 7.3. I've got flex mode off for now, which is good. And then we'll go to takeoff. And we said winds are already 017 at 4. Temp is 2. That wasn't right. 2. And QNH is 1024. Okay, so it looks like it's got a set for flaps of 1. So flaps are going to be F1. F1 is 146, 144, 145. Okay. And we're going to send that to the FMS. And our takeoff speeds are at F. Everything's already loaded. Go through this and make sure everything's correct. Got one discontinuity there that we don't really care about. Okay, we're going out of runway 04. Brian, would you get our IFR clearance?
I'll take care of the IFR clearance.
Love that energy.
Geneve ground, KLM 1934. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance, and we have India.
Clearance on request. Stand by. KLM 1934, Genève ground. Cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol via the Arbo 1 November departure runway 4. Initial climb to flight level 080. Departure on 120.305, squawk 2277.
Good evening, Geneva ground. This is Easy 13 with Information Hotel requesting IFR clearance to Isle of Man as filed. The DB1 Alpha departure runway 22, initial climb to initial climb and maintain of 5,000, departure on 120.305 and squawk
Brian,
6353.
you're in charge of all comms.
EasyJet 13.
Not clear what you said. Say again.
You're in charge of all comms.
I am now in charge of all comms.
Right. Brian, if you'll get a start clearance.
I'm in charge of all comms now.
It's fine, Brian. We don't need a push back, but we do need a start clearance.
We don't need a pushback, but I'll request start clearance.
Geneva ground, KLM 1934, requesting start clearance at Geneva.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. KLM 1934, cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol via the Arbo 1 November departure runway 4. Initial climb to flight level 080. Departure on 120.305 squawk 2277.
Geneva ground, KLM 1934, cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol via Arbo 1 November departure. Runway 04. Climb to flight level 080. Departure frequency 120.305. Squawk 2277.
KLM 1934, read back correct.
Alright, let's go for engine 2. Actually, it's engine
Geneva clearance, Lufthansa 359, picking up IFR to Stuttgart. Just a second. Cleared to Stuttgart after departure, radar vectors Conil, then as filed departure, runway 04, initial climb to 5,000, departure on 120.305, squawk 4456, Lufthansa 359.
My wheel.
Flaps are set to 1. I'm not setting our RTO until I get to the runway because it's real sensitive. Seems to be. Okay, 7 lights off and the galley's off for takeoff. Brian, we're ready to get taxi clearance to 04.
I'll request taxi clearance to runway 4.
Geneva ground, KLM 1934, ready to taxi to runway 4. We have India.
KLM 1934, runway 4. Taxi via outer taxiway, Golf.
Runway 04, outer taxiway, Golf, KLM 1934.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Takeoff, okay.
All right, we're taking off. And once again, every aircraft's a little bit different, and it took me a couple of steps to understand this, but now that I'm set for takeoff, I'm going to hit auto throttle. This brings up a TO over here. I'm going to go forward just a little bit. Oh, I'm going to go straight. All right, front pressure on yoke. As we use every bit of the runway. Rotate.
Rotate. V2.
Minimums.
It was a rough takeoff, by the way.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact departure on 120.305. Contact departure on 120.305.
KLM 1934, contact departure on 120.305.
Contacting departure on 120.30.
That was a rough.
Geneva final approach, KLM 1934. Good afternoon, descending 2000. Geneva final approach, KLM 1934. Good afternoon, descending 2000.
KLM 1934, Geneva final approach identified. Climb via the SIT.
KLM 1934.
Approaching minimums.
KLM 1934, contact Swiss radar on 126.05.
Minimums.
Switching to Swiss radar on 126.05, KLM 1934. Swiss radar KLM 1934. Good afternoon, level 1500.
KLM 1934, Swiss radar, good afternoon. Identified Genève QNH 1023.
Autopilot.
QNH 1023, KLM 1934.
Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough takeoff. I mean, especially since everything is set correctly. I mean, FMS. Let's check it. It looks like everything's starting to settle back in now, but that was rough. Really rough. And we're on that track. So we're good there. So we're on LMAD and we're on flight level change now with VNAV climbing to 8,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you and a welcome back to our SkyMom members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case you experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
This XCraft E-Jet E175, they put a lot of detail into this. Like for instance, to do the cabin lights, you have to go back here to this section, and then you can set the cabin light however you want. A slow climb. We'll take off with landing lights. I have other lights, but landing lights. We'll get fussed out for that. A course. So 0,000.
KLM 1934, contact Williams Control on 121.075.
Contact Prime Control on 121. Prime Control KLM 1934. Good afternoon, climbing to flight level 110 for flight level 200. Prime Control KLM 1934. Good afternoon, climbing through flight level 110 for flight level 200.
KLM 1934, Williams Control, identify. Salut.
Salut. It's a really good looking livery. It's really nice. Everything's functional, or a couple of things are not. And, for instance, if I want to use my descent, if I go to descent, the descent forecast, they're always grayed out. So assuming updates coming. Hint, hint, XCraft. Something must be being fixed. Because I use that, especially on the bowling, I use that. I like getting my descent information set. Then just being able to hit the button and let the automation take care of the descent. This missing steps. So Helen, it looks like they've got descent coming up at Helen. Helen, she lost her pocket book in a big department store one day, and they got an intercom system and said, paging Helen Hunt. If you know where Helen Hunt is, you have your handbag, go to Helen Hunt, go and got the fly on the E175. I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 times. It's a very comfortable aircraft. Not a large size airplane, but it's definitely not a small business plane. Plenty of space and just a
hello,
nice,
you're in
nice
7 Charlie
airplane.
Kilo, flight level 330 on course to Exeter.
This is a sweet aircraft. Now, there are several XCraft versions. There are I think the 3 download versions. This here is a pay where E175. Got no regrets if I had to choose up my top 5 commercial aircraft to fly. This would be in that top 5. It's a fun one to fly. Pluses and minuses. Pluses, automation. There are a lot of automation built into this. One downside, which not a big downside, is it does not auto land. Makes you have to do the work. So we got the Boeing A series and the Boeing 737s, whatever. They all have auto land capability, and Airbus's do. XCraft, this particular one does not, and that's how actually it's designed. So that's not something in the modeling. It's done to modeling this one. Or would you want to? It's a fun flying.
E174 at flight level 75 to flight level 130.
Easy 1234, Rams control identified. Good afternoon.
We got one too this morning. I don't know what's up.
KLM 1934, Rams control, climb. Flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, KLM 1934.
Speedbird 420, contact Zurich final approach on 125.33.
Switching to 125.33, Speedbird 420.
Air France 15 Echo Papa. Clear the 99 Echo arrival into the goal. When you're ready to begin your descent. Fly level 260.
Front 15 Echo Papa, clear Tiny 9 Echo arrival, descent to flight level 260.
We're about 289 miles outside of Amsterdam. Curious if we'll make it, yeah, if we'll make it to show twice. This is way too slow for me. So that's what they're great for. They're great for the short flights. Although you can go further. Longer is what through Greensboro, Miami. It's a longer flight. But it's just comfortable. Nice flight. Flies well. We have a set of flight. We have a set of 18 people. Cruise altitude and then you switch it back to
Clear it to Golf Alpha Papa. After departure, I will fly radar vectors to Quadra, climbing to 6,000 and departure frequency 127.decimal E25, squawking 6547, till single thing.
Looks like we'll be coming down.
Final approach on 125 decimal degree.
Nelly does the Embraer E175 automatically descend if you have it set to forward flight. FMS.
Yes, the Embraer E175's flight management system, FMS, can automatically manage descents if it's set to follow the flight plan. It will initiate a descent at the appropriate waypoints based on the altitude constraints you've programmed. Just ensure you have the correct vertical profile set up in the FMS, and it will handle the descent for you. It's a great feature for maintaining efficiency and safety during your flight.
Based on this, it's set to descend. Okay, now it's going to be descending at Rousey, but it will descend at it should know to descend. So let's see what happens. I have it set correctly. The settings to make it work. Right here, I have altitude, speed set for FMS, so that should be set correctly. We'll see what happens.
KLM 1934, I need you at flight level 320, sir.
Hotel arrival, expect to return in about 20 minutes with 1234.
Swiss 1234, contact Paris control on 132.1.
Contact Paris control on 132.1. Swiss 1234, heading, bye-bye.
CGR for Mike X-ray. Reims control, contact Paris control on 120.95. KLM 1934, expect the Heli 2 Alpha arrival. Expect to descend in about 20 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Expecting the Heli 2 Alpha arrival. We'll expect descent in about 20 minutes. KLM 1934.
So there are two flavors of the XCraft. It's the E-Series jets. We do have the E175. So this is an E175 cable from Xplane. So but there are versions that you can get that are free. Or you can do the payload versions. And really, I knew that there were more.
good evening. EZLD 195. I'm at Dijon Boulogne Airport, looking for IFR release to two rooms, please.
Free versions that are just for consumer user. Weather looks good. It is. So it's here. Scattered clouds.
KLM 1934. Contact Brussels Control on 125.0.
Contacting Brussels Control on 125.0. KLM 1934. Brussels Control, KLM 1934. Good evening, flight level 320.
KLM 1934, Brussels Control identified. Good evening.
Good afternoon. These are 36 from the US side. Just getting flight level 200. Good afternoon. These are 36 from request flight level change flight level 100.
So we're on about my fourth complete flight Egypt series. I'm going to go for a while, but just sitting on the shelf, filling Liveries, and includes the window. The one that's built into the Xplane is still flying around the world for I guess a lot of way too.
Alpha arrival and landed on that 087.
Scandinavian 123, Brussels Control identified. Good evening.
Area 420, contact Langen radar on 125.6.
Going to 125.
Notice that the speed seems to be very much as well. So it keeps it. Everything is set correctly for this to be and so see if it works. Such things that Bob says to that we should have the same sort of stuff that it shows a jump fee and definitely this is the same. We should be we'll start coming down stability and feet we'll see. it's asking me to reset alternate selection.
Throttle. Throttle.
KLM 1934, Brussels Control, cleared Heli 2 Alpha into Schiphol. At your discretion, descend flight level 240.
Cleared Heli 2 Alpha into Schiphol. Descend flight level 240 at our discretion. KLM 1934.
Control, Skyway 042, maintaining flight level 400. Inbound at net.
Skyway 042, Brussels Control identified. Good evening.
Attention, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt.
High speed.
And if you've removed any
High
items from
speed.
the overhead bins, please
High
begin to refill
speed.
them at this time.
High speed. High speed.
Please check around your seating
High
area and the seat
speed.
pocket in front of you for any
High
cups, glasses,
speed.
or other articles you wish to
High
discard.
speed.
And kindly
High
hand these items to
speed.
the flight attendants as they make
High
their way through
speed.
the aisle. Thank you so
High
much. We should be
speed.
landing in approximately 15 to
High
20
speed.
minutes.
High speed. High speed.
KLM 1934,
High
descend
speed.
flight level 100.
High speed. High
Descend
speed.
flight level 100.
High
KLM
speed.
1934.
High speed. 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 High.
KLM 1934, descend flight level 070.
Descending flight level 070. KLM 1934.
So we're on the website. But we're messed up. 7378. And you forget to reset your altitude to the correct altitude you need it to be at. So just sitting there waiting. And the sun everything's active.
KLM 1934, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1029er.
Descending to 4,000 feet, QNH 1029, KLM 1934.
Intentions ATC.
Calum 1934, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Descending to 3,000 feet, KLM 1934.
Lord. Listen. There's something in it's something in the aircraft that's doing it. It's like taking over the keyboard.
KLM 1934, contact Amsterdam radar on 134.375.
Contacting Amsterdam radar on 134.375, KLM 1934. Amsterdam radar KLM 1934. Good evening, flight level 170 for 3000.
KLM 1934. Amsterdam radar. Identified. Hello. KLM 1934. Amsterdam radar. Contact Schiphol. Approach on 118.08.
Contacting Schiphol approach on 118.08 KL. Schiphol approach, KLM 1934. Good evening, flight level 150 for 3000.
KLM 1934, Schiphol approach identified. Good evening, cleared Revolto 1 Bravo transition. Expect the ILS runway 6 approach into Schiphol.
Cleared Revolto 1 Bravo transition. Expect ILS runway 6 approach into Schiphol. KLM 1934.
Escape. It's when like panels have these little pop-ups. If you're doing something, typing something, it'll pop up a little signal. And the signal
high speed, 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 high speed.
KLM 1934, descend altitude 2,000 feet.
Descending to 2,000 feet, KLM 1934.
KLM 975, contact Sheeple Tower on 118.105.
118.105 for KLM 975.
KLM 47, climb flight level 280.
Task saturation right now. Back. Getting speed down. Alright, I think we got it. Flaps are on. We do need to descend a little bit more expediently. Outside of the airport, we're at about 7,700 feet. QNH is 1029. Flaps are currently at 1. About to go to, when we get to 180, we'll go to 2 flaps too. We're using speed to kind of get to where we can descend.
Peter 901 Kilo, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
Peter 901 Kilo, Schiphol Tower 118.105, bye bye.
We're at flaps 3.
Climbing to flight level 220, air for 1501.
Flaps 4. up. Our descent rate looks great right now.
Transavia 9er X-ray. Turn right heading 255.
We'll be coming in. And, Brian, would you brief our approach?
We'll be arriving in Amsterdam on runway 6 using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the Healy 2 Alpha arrival. Transition level is 40 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 6. Weather at arrival shows wind 060 at 8 knots, CAV OK. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. Squawk code remains 2277, and approach frequency will be 118.08. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate D5. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Flaps 3.
Speedbird 435, climb flight level 240.
Climbing to 8,000 feet, flight level 240, Speedbird 435.
First rate is 65.
Descent flight level 020, DFL Fishing Club.
DSL 361, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
It's got my flaps there, 5.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
KLM 1934, proceed direct Alpha Mike 110. Cleared for the ILS runway 6 approach. KLM 1934, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
Direct AM 110, cleared for the ILS runway 6 approach. KLM 1934. Switching to Schiphol Tower on 118.105. KLM 1934. Schiphol Tower, KLM 1934. Good evening, established on the ILS runway 6 approach.
KLM 1934, Schiphol Tower. Roger. Continue approach, runway 6. KF361. Contact departure and 118.0.
Looks good. We're at 2,250 feet and a nice stable approach. It's good.
KLM1934, Triple Tower, winds 060 at 8. Runway 6, cleared to land.
Runway 6 cleared to land. KLM1934.
My favorite chosen actor got saved. I love that. Dallas Jenkins baptized him in the Sea of Galilee in Texas. Now we keep praying for Peter.
What if I got money? I'll take money. Right, 1,300 feet and nice approach. Localizer and the AMS glide scope look really good. I still doing a lot of circuit training on this model, so we'll see how it goes.
1,000.
This may go poorly, but we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to hit autopilot that's coming off. Yeah, got a little bit of wind going on there. That's one thing about this aircraft. It senses all the wind.
Autopilot.
All right, my aircraft.
500.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
KLM
Glide
6459.
Approaching minimum.
Contact departure on
Glide slope.
118.0.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide
Minimum.
slope.
Minimum.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
See the pappies. It's you're supposed to keep. Oh goodness. It's 4 white, you're dead. You're dead. But 4 red, you're dead too.
200. $100. 50. 40.
Throttle. Throttle.
30. 20. 10.
KLM 1934, contact ground on 121.655.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has
ground
parked
on
the aircraft at the
121.655.
gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to
Good
get up
evening, cleared
and
of
move
runway,
about the
ready to
cabin.
taxi to the gate.
Please be reminded to use caution
KLM
when opening the
1934,
overhead
ship
bins
hold ground.
to prevent injury, articles that may
KV5
have
via
shifted
Sierra
during
4,
landing.
Bravo, Alpha 10,
You may now use your
Alpha
mobile
13.
phones
Good day.
and other handheld electronic devices while we
Hold ground,
taxi to the gate.
KLM 1934.
However, your
Good
laptop
evening, cleared
computers
of
and larger
runway, ready to
electronics
taxi
must
to the
remain
gate.
stowed.
I don't think I I scared my passengers.
We invite you to visit
Delta
delta.com for all your
5
future
Bravo,
travel needs,
Alpha 10,
including
Alpha
checking in for
13,
flights
KLM
and managing your
1934.
scrap miles accounts.
You know, what seats are for.
If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a uniformed Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
It's a nice airport, too. It's Amsterdam. Right, we're regrouping. I misunderstood, or I misread the lights on the runway there, but I see one I can make there. But let's see if we can make this work. You want to work?
No, I'm going to get Chick-fil-A sauce with the blend.
Okay. Break. Not a great school. What is it? In the VATSIM always get knocked off for it. It's one of the VATSIM. Or max descent. It got a little crazy, and it did because it was too fast. Takeoff, lights, get big dinghy over the lights. I deserve that. Descent.
Amsterdam ground, good afternoon, good evening, DHO 361 is free runway 06, request taxi to the gate.
CFL 361, taxi to gate D22 via Sierra 3 Bravo Alpha, have a good day.
Taxi to gate D22 via Sierra Bravo Alpha, have a nice evening, bye bye.
CFL 361, taxi to gate D22 via Sierra 3 Bravo Alpha. Have a nice evening.
Delta 22, clear Sierra 3, Bravo, Alpha. Earth, EVSO, nice evening.